Hello, here to talk about relationships. Now, relationships are really just our thoughts about someone else's actions. Isn't that crazy? Our relationship with someone else happens all in our heads. They can't hear our thoughts. They can't feel our feelings. We have thoughts and feelings about them, and that creates our actions. They have thoughts and feelings about us, creates their actions. And then we have thoughts and feelings about their actions, they have thoughts and feelings about our actions. But our relationships are all the thoughts we have about somebody else. How's that? You have complete control over how you want to have a relationship with somebody. If you think positive thoughts, if somebody does something, you interpret that as being like amazing and positive, you're going to have good feelings about them. Somebody does something and you interpret that as being completely loving and caring. And so let's say your husband makes you big breakfast and brings it to you breakfast in bed. You'd be like, oh, he made me breakfast in bed. How sweet. He loves me so much. Husband makes the same breakfast. And you're on a fast that day. You're not eating that day. He knows you're not eating that day. Oh, my husband made me a big breakfast on the day I'm supposed to be fasting. He's a jerk. He's trying to sabotage me. Same action, different thought, different feeling. Right? It's totally up in here. And that's just one example. And so I think about arguments. A lot of people have arguments. They want to, somebody says something, somebody says words, and you put a thought to those. And if it makes you feel angry, then you think you could, like, let's somebody yells at you. Words make you feel angry, you want to yell back. And now you've got yourself an argument. Somebody says words to you that are not very nice. And you think those words are not very nice. If you want to feel compassion, then you're going to respond in a much different way. I always whenever I'm feeling anger, I like to go to curiosity or compassion. So if somebody says something that I think, that was pretty mean, I wonder why. What's this person going through? And out of curiosity, I'm going to act much differently than from anger to the same words. Someone could say the same words. If I'm feeling angry, I might yell back or say something just as mean. If I'm acting curious, I'm going to be like, well, what's going on with you? Are you having a rough day? What's going on? So the result is totally different. There's no argument. So think about what you're saying, what you're thinking about what somebody says or does. And the somebody could be anything. Could be the government, could be the news, could be the teller at the bank, it could be the car that pulls in front of you, it could be anything that happens outside of your control. What do you think about it? What do you feel about it? What do you want to feel about it? Feel the anger. If somebody does something that's unfair, feel the anger. But where do you want to act from? If you go to curiosity, you probably won't go wrong. Compassion is even better. Sometimes that's harder to get to. But that's where you get to improve your relationships with people, because of negativity bias, your brain goes to the worst usually. If you have a choice to think someone's criticizing you or somebody is just trying to give you advice, usually our brain goes to the criticizing because of our negativity bias. We're on the lookout for anything negative. So we got to override that, and we can do it. Right? That's what I have for you today.